Hello everyone, and welcome to our video series discussing mysteries and theories from every single Zelda game. Yes, the giveaway is still going on, same details at the end. In this video, we will be discussing the top 5 mysteries and theories from Skyward Sword. You can visit the playlist for this series for videos on other games, such as Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, Wind Waker, and more coming soon. Be sure to comment below and let us know which Zelda games you want us to cover next. If you're a fan of videos like this, be sure to subscribe and give this video a like to help us reach our 100,000 subscriber goal, where we will be giving out a Nintendo Switch or a copy of Skyward Sword HD, Skyward Sword Joy-Cons, a few different Zelda amiibo, and a special 3D printed Zelda figure of a character of your choice. Where did Demise come from? Demise is said to have come from another world, from a crack in the ground. He has power that seems to be equal to that of 𝐼𝐧𝐬. He has a lot of similar powers and abilities to 𝐼𝐧𝐬 as well. He is able to create his own version of 𝐼, who is even more lifelike and not as robotic, known as 𝐼𝐧𝐬. His sword seems to be the opposite of the Master Sword, featuring a prominent upside-down Triforce on it. So where exactly did he come from? We actually have a video going way more in depth on that involves Lorule, Termina, Stone Tower Temple, Majora's Mask, and more. I promise, you will love it. To simplify it, there are incredibly strong connections with Demise and Lorule, especially the upside-down Triforce and the way he entered Hyrule, a crack in the ground, which just happens to be the exact same way you travel back and forth from Lorule in A Link Between Worlds, which has its own upside-down Triforce. And everything is darker, again matching the aesthetic of Demise. Another connection is that Nintendo has stated that while working on one game, ideas and concepts from one game could end up making its way in or influencing another game. So as A Link Between Worlds and Skyward Sword were both in development at the same time, and have so many similarities, could it have been on purpose and not just a coincidence? Again, we have another video going even more in depth and involves Majora's Mask, Stone Tower Temple, Termina, Lorule, and more. Please check it out. Link in the description. Why didn't the goddess just return? The three goddesses created all of Hyrule, the life on it, everything. After, they created the Triforce, and then created the goddess 𝐼𝐧𝐬 to protect and watch over the Triforce and Hyrule. If Hyrule and the Triforce were so important, they literally created an entirely new goddess just to protect it. Why would they not come back and help protect Hyrule, 𝐼𝐧𝐬, or the Triforce themselves? Why create a new goddess to protect it if in the end it's not important enough for you to actively protect? It's just a weird thought that I had. The goddesses do help you out, powering up the goddess sword to the Master Sword. So if they care enough to do that, why don't they just come back and stop Demise themselves? I know, it would be a quick, anticlimactic end to the game. But if everyone's just going to wish on the Triforce for the three goddesses to save them anyways, why not just go ahead and do it? What happened to Skyloft? Part of Skyloft returns to the ground of Hyrule at the end of the game, but most of it stays floating high above the clouds. We also have many other islands floating around as well. What happened to all of them? Are they still there? Most people believe the simple explanation, that it became what we now know as City in the Sky from Twilight Princess, or even the Palace of Winds in Minish Cap, which is the Zelda game that just happens to take place right after Skyward Sword. Why did the Loft Wings never reappear? Obviously, the real answer is that they didn't exist in the real world until this game was made. But even in games that came after Skyward Sword released, we never see them. However, a city in the sky did appear in Twilight Princess, the game created before Skyward Sword. A lot of people theorized who these ancient beings living in the city in the sky could be. Where did they come from? Well, the very next game after Twilight Princess just happens to completely revolve around an ancient civilization living above the clouds. And before Nintendo began working on Skyward Sword, they were working on Twilight Princess 2, which sadly was cancelled. Perhaps it was going to slightly touch on and explain more of this mysterious race. Then after it was cancelled, Nintendo switched the idea to Skyloft, and meant for it to be the explanation that we all wanted. with the Loftwing slowly evolving over time, similar to the Zora, a fish race, evolving into the Rito, a bird race. So a fish evolving into a bird. It makes a large bird evolving into a smaller bird a bit more believable, and it doesn't have to have been all of the Loftwings that evolved, just a certain group, or offspring. Similar to the Zora and the Rito both existing at the same time in Breath of the Wild. Link and Zelda's relationship. Skyward Sword had the closest thing to a real relationship between Link and Zelda, a major want for Z-Link fans, who wish for Zelda and Link to finally be in a real relationship. Skyward Sword gives you one tease after the other. You can tell from the beginning, they are incredibly close best friends. However, we have a lot of moments that hint towards something more, especially towards the end of the game. Despite all of the romantic scenes and tension building up, we are never given a final answer. Did they end up in a relationship or not? At first, if you are not interested, you may think, who cares? It's just a random relationship between a random version of Link and Zelda. Well, with Zelda being a princess and eventually a queen, it would make the Link we play as the Prince or King of Hyrule. Link as a prince or king is also a twist on the series that a lot of fans have been asking for. The answer to this simple mystery would lead to incredibly different outcomes and impacts on the history of Hyrule. It would also mean every single Zelda from the series would share the same bloodline of the original Link, which would add another deeper connection between all of these Zelda games. Now, giveaway winner time. Remember, we will still be giving away $60 eShop cards when we reach 97,000, 98,000, 99,000 subscribers, and the big Nintendo Switch, Skyward Sword, and Joy-Con, or a $200 eShop card giveaway for reaching 100,000 subscribers. Don't think that's it though. We have 2 or 3 other giveaways right now. We gave away the first bonus eShop card to the live chat on the last 𝐈𝐧𝐬𝐭𝐚𝐠𝐫 episode. We will be giving away another bonus eShop card on the next episode of the 𝐈𝐧𝐬𝐭𝐚𝐠𝐫 for those who are subscribed or a member of our Discord. After we reach 100,000 subscribers, we won't be ending the giveaways. Instead of $60, we will be giving away $100 eShop cards for every 10,000 new subscribers. And we are thinking about doing $50 eShop cards for every 5,000 subscribers. So for example, we would give away $50 at 105,000 subscribers, $100 at 110,000 subscribers, $50 again at 115,000 subscribers, and repeating, with bigger giveaways for reaching special milestones, like 125,000 or 150,000 subscribers. Maybe more Nintendo Switches or whatever new consoles Nintendo has at the time. Or to make it easier for everyone, just sending the money through PayPal to be used on whatever you would like. With all of that out of the way, the winner of the $60 eShop card for us reaching the 96,000 subscribers goal is Linked Shipped, which almost made me say a bad word, who says, "Best Zelda channel ever. I fall asleep to your videos." Well, thank you. We actually hear that quite a bit, that people enjoy listening to our different voices, and even fall asleep listening to our Zelda theories, top 10 videos, or other playlists, especially our Zelda podcast, the 𝐈𝐧𝐬𝐭𝐚𝐠𝐫. We also had a bonus winner on the last 𝐈𝐧𝐬𝐭𝐚𝠠𝐫 episode, selected from the live chat by Daniel, 𝐿. And no, despite the last winner and the new winner both leaving really positive comments, that is not why they were picked at all. I use a program that picks at random. It's just you are all so amazing, and so many of you just happen to leave so many positive comments. It would be rare if we picked one that wasn't positive, which we got a lot of even before we started this big giveaway. So again, thank you all for being so amazing and awesome. Have a great day.